Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Rituals 1977. I'm giving this 1 out of 5 stars. I hated this flick. It's a ripoff on Deliverance. Hal Holbrook plays the main survivor guy. I guess because he was in the Korean War. Anyways, it's about 5 doctors who go on a camping trip in Ontario, Canada, in the middle of nowhere, where supposedly the moon hit the Earth, according to the Aborigines, indigenous peoples there. And so they take a plane there. They talk about making medical mistakes and some of their cockamamie schemes, unethical means to generate an enlarged penis for a potential patient, that sort of thing. They smoke, drink a lot, and they even smoke the cannabis in this one. So, not your typical doctors, I guess, but then again, probably nothing unusual for the 1970s. So they go out there on this little airplane that's able to land on water, and they start camping out. Somebody steals their boots. It's some one-eyed guy who had some medical malpractice performed on him. I don't know what they did to him. Maybe they removed the wrong eye or something. I don't know. But he can see in his other eye. And his face is all disfigured. He's a mountain man. And he's doing the Dr. Phibes type of revenge. Instead of filing a medical malpractice lawsuit, he wants to kill off a bunch of random doctors, like 20 years later or whatever, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's the premise of the movie, I think. So after they have the boots stolen, one of the doctors decides he's going to go to the hydroelectric dam, because surely somebody's working over there. He's going to go by himself for some unknown reason. He's just going to leave the others behind. So naturally, they start getting picked off one by one. The fatso dude is ahead of the pack, floating down the river, and all of a sudden he dies for some reason that I couldn't determine. And he's just laying there on the bank with his backpacks. One of the doctors tries to do CPR, but he's already dead. And then they're floating down the river together, and the drunk guy, the drunk gay guy, he gets his foot caught in an animal trap. Then they put the sleeping bag. They remove the animal trap. They put the sleeping bag around his leg, and they put him on a what do you call it? One of those gurney things, and he's floating down the river in a ton of pain. I think he goes into a coma or something, and then they're dragging him around the rock area because there's a huge waterfall. They can't go any further. And by then they figure that it's like an ex-patient or somebody like that picking him off. And then so they go camping out on the rocks. The other dude, who's not in a coma, starts getting drunk, and he wants to leave the other vegetated state dude in in the rocks so that they won't die, which is kind of prophetic because he ends up dying later anyway. But for some inexplicable reason, he wants Hal Holbrook, the hero guy, wants to drag the gay drunk guy in a coma around the rocks in his gurney thing. And so he does. He passes out. He can't carry him anymore. The other drunk doctor comes to his rescue, and they carry him to the hydroelectric dam. But before that, they witness a severed head. I don't know whose severed head it is, but Hal Holbrook or somebody, the other guy, takes the stick with the severed head and throws it off the cliff. So they're dragging this guy in the rocks to the hydroelectric dam, and they see the other doctor who was impaled, sitting in some kind of makeshift chair close to the dam. And he's still alive. He's still shaking his hand. Oh, you've seen it. Okay. So you know what it's about. Hey, I thought I might see you here because Adrian's in the chat room, and I thought I'd see him here because it's that time of day in Australia, I guess. Similar to the time when I did, or close to the time when I did the review for Rattlers, I think. Yeah. So I'm on my third review, and oh yeah, your days off is Tuesday, if I recall correctly. Anyways, I did 3 reviews. I really loved Hitchhike to Hell and The Child, a couple of horror flicks. I have the links in the description box if you want to check them out. But I'm not into these nature deliverance ripoff movies. I don't know why. I'm not a nature person. I have to admit the ending kind of had my attention with the mountain man and his blind brother just kind of putzing around. I'm guessing it's the Japanese name that we saw the one time. The person who said that I look like Frankenstein is in the chat room. Because that person is on every single one of my live videos. And the only time they ever posted a comment was when they said that I looked like Frankenstein. Anyways, so Hal Holbrook leaves. I don't know why Hal Holbrook didn't leave the drunk gay guy behind, who was in a coma, but he decided to do the. Who got a haircut in single? What? Oh, I did. Well, I've been divorced twice technically, and I have a son, which makes a difference. Anyways, I haven't had a haircut for like a month. Getting a little shaggy there, but I'm gonna let it grow out for another month. How do you know that that person is a woman? I hope it's a younger woman. That's the case. Anyways, I think there are more men than women in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but getting back to the movie, so I couldn't understand why Hal Holbrook didn't leave the gay drunk guy in a coma behind, but he decided to do the John Kevorkian on the other doctor who was shaking his hand and breathing and whatnot. He decided to choke him to put him out of his pain. That didn't make sense to me. And then he went to the hydroelectric dam, stuck the dude in his gurney inside the hydroelectric dam room or whatever it is, and then said, I gotta go now, bye. So he ended up deserting him anyway. And the whole thing didn't make sense to me. Then they go out in the forest and they just happen to stumble upon the mountain man home. The World War II vet guy who wants to do the Dr. Phibes on random doctors. And so Hal Holbrook goes inside. He starts discovering all the army medals and photo book, things like that. And then he starts, I don't know, he pulls down something, starts eating it. It looks like a finger. I don't know what it is. It's too dark. I can't see. It's something that's dangling from the roof, some kind of food. I don't know what it is. And he just plucks it and starts chewing on it like he hasn't eaten in 10 days or something. And by now he's going full Rambo with this with the red thing across his head like this, the Rambo thing. And he starts pounding on this old blind dude who was the army vet revenge guy's brother, apparently. He's taking care of him. He's taking care of the old man. So Hal Holbrook says, "Oh, sorry that I accidentally killed you." And he sticks him in the bed. Well, actually, Rambo came out after this, so maybe Rambo ripped off rituals. I don't know. I remember when Rambo came out, my mother took me to see it. I think I was like 15 years old or something. But she finally let me see an R-rated movie when that came out. I don't know why, but she took me to see it, which was nice of her. I liked Rambo. Oh. So the mountain man starts. He hung the other drunk doctor from a tree, and he starts lighting a fire. He slashes. He slashes Hal Holbrook's leg really bad. Cuts an artery, and I don't know how he does it. He just reaches through the hut that he's living in, this mountain man guy, and Hal Holbrook's like lighting his leg on fire. He's got gunpowder, puts it up against this. I don't know what he's trying to do. Stop the bleeding somehow. Then he grabs the shotgun, shoots the guy twice, and that's pretty much the movie. I mean, I couldn't understand it. I didn't know if it was bad editing or what, but I just couldn't figure out what was going on. I'm not a nature person. I didn't like Deliverance. I didn't like this. So Adrian probably liked it more than I did. He got the VHS. I'm going to see tomorrow. I'm going to see Axe, aka California Axe Murder, aka Lisa, which is the notorious 1974 ripoff on Last House on the Left, which became an all-time video nasty. What happened in the 80s was that Great Britain was getting all these uncut VHS videos flooding into their country. And so they declared it a video nasty. They tried to ban it. I'm sure there are some uncut VHS tapes still floating around Great Britain, but to this day, it's still a video nasty. And so I'm going to check that one out tomorrow. And then I got Fury. I also I got an AC Stevens coming up. Let's see, what's it called? Here we go. Office Love in White Collar Style, 1968. AC Stevens movie with a pretty good looking white woman. So Adrian has seen Axe. Okay. That doesn't surprise me, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Axe if you like it, Adrian. You've already seen it, so if you say be great at his best, I trust your judgment better than anybody. So I'll check that one out tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to get Fury, the Spencer Tracy, Fritz Lang noir from 1936 in the mail tomorrow. The mailman always shows up late before after I leave to pick up my son. So, oh, you have Axe on DVD. Cool. I can't figure out if it's 1974 or 1977 because I know they did a screening in 1974, but it didn't get mass released until 1977. So kind of interesting. I'm going to watch it on YouTube tomorrow. It's I think it's let's see. Yeah, California Axe Massacre. Why did I call it California Axe Murder? Anyway, it's also known as Axe or Lisa Lisa, which was the title when it was originally screening in 1974. So that's the end of my review. Sorry I didn't get into this. I didn't like Deliverance. I didn't like the Deliverance ripoff. This one, I thought it was dull. Just a lot of pictures of trees and animal noises. And okay, so it's named Axe in Australia, which makes sense because that's what it was released as in 1977. I don't know where the California Axe Massacre title came from, what country that is, but interesting that the lead actress committed suicide supposedly. I'll have to check it out tomorrow, and I'll definitely comment on her suicide if I can figure out what the heck happened. But anyways, I think I'll take a 10-hour nap now. Japanese food, I like chicken karaage. Japanese pot stickers. I like ramen. Not a big fan of sushi though. I don't like seafood in general, which is unfortunate because I think Japanese people live longer because they eat lots of seafood and they eat lots of fish and seaweed. which is good for you, I guess. I'm more into red meat stuff at least once a day. But that's just me. I'm a U.S. guy. And yeah, the only time she commented was the first time she saw you come in here. If she is a she, could be a he, I don't know. I'm not familiar with Japanese names or Japanese looking names. So, anyways, I had this native fan who wanted to, like, from Indianapolis, Indiana. She wanted me to fly to come see her, but then her dad died, so that catfish didn't work out. She, I ended up wasting money on a plane ticket that I never went on. She ended up moving to like Minnesota or something in her dad's house. And then I found out she had 2 boys. No wonder she wanted to get frisky with me. And well, she was good looking, but I don't think I'd get into a relationship with her, especially after her dad died. So that was kind of interesting. That was about 5 years ago, I think. And I was in the midst of my crazy divorce. But anyways, don't know what happened to that lady. I think she got sick and tired of me and decided to find something else to do besides watching my videos, which is usually the case with people who watch my videos. They get enamored for maybe a year tops and then they leave. That's certainly not the case with Adrian, though, but some of my other fans are like that. Anyways, I'm going to go now. I'm going to take a 10-hour nap. Yeah, I've married 2 single moms. Both times ended up in divorce. So I had enough single moms, and I told that to my coworker too. We went out for dinner at Chili's. My coworker and I. And she goes, "Oh, you should tip the waitress more. You know she's a single mom." I said, "Don't tell me about single moms. I married 2 of them." But anyways, I'm gonna hit the sack. It's about 6:42 p.m., which is past my bedtime. I got to wake up at 5 minutes after 4 a.m. So I'm gonna try to sneak in 10 hours before I work half day and go to my interview, then pick up my son and watch Axe. I'm wondering if I should name it Axe or Lisa Lisa. In the title of my video. What do you think? What title should I put in my video? Lisa Lisa or Axe? I don't even know where that California Axe massacre came from. But I'm leaning towards Axe. I think I'm going to put that in the title, since you told me it's the title of your DVD. Lisa Lisa is probably another obscure title from the screening in 1974. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with Axe. Anyways, decisions when you have to do when you have to put a title for your movie review video. That's about it. I'm heading out. I'm not recommending this one. I'm not saying check it out or posting the movie video the movie and the trailer in the description box, like I did for my last two movies, which I loved. A couple of really good 70s horror flicks, Z grade, good stuff. A lot of unintentional humor in those. If you like Microwave Massacre, you're gonna love Hitchhike to Hell. That movie is great. I love the Howie character. He's a total nerd and ends up being like the worst kind of criminal, psychotic guy. So pretty cool. You got to see that. If you got the day off, definitely check out Hitchhike to Hell. You're gonna get some chuckles out of it for sure. All right, that's the end of my review. Laters.